That is ventricular contraction or ventricular systole. This depolarization is caused by AV node. It begins after a fraction of a second of the P wave. In the QRS complex, the Q wave represents the depolarization of the interventricular septum. The R wave represents the initial contraction of the ventricle. S wave represents the depolarization of the base of the ventricle. This you must know. Then the T wave represents the ventricular repolarization, that is relaxation of the ventricle or ventricular diastole. Now, if you take one cardiac cycle, there will be 4 electrical activities. Number 1, atrial depolarization from the SA node. This leads to atrial systole. This represents the P wave. Number 2, atrial repolarization at the end of the P wave. This leads to atrial relaxation. This represents the end of the P wave. Third stage, ventricular depolarization from AV node. This leads to ventricular systole. This represents the QRS complex. The fourth electrical activity of the cardiac cycle is the ventricular repolarization, which leads to ventricular diastole. This represents the T wave of the ECG. You must know. And now, one QRS complex represents one heartbeat. I repeat, one QRS complex is equal to one heartbeat, that is one pulse. So, by counting the QRS complexes occurring in a given time period, we can determine the heartbeat of an individual. Then coming to the abnormalities you see in the ECG and the diagnosis. So if there is any deviations in the graphical structure of ECG, then we can diagnose the diseases based on that. What are they? First, number 1, if the P wave is enlarged, enlargement of PQ segment indicates 1. The atrium is enlarged, atrial enlargement. 2. Atrial tissue damage or no proper blood supply to the atrium. And 3. The disease ischemia. What do you mean by that? Coronary artery damage. Coronary artery is the blood vessel that brings pure blood to the cardiac muscle. So these 3 abnormalities you can see with the enlargement of the P wave. Number 2, if the R wave is enlarged, this indicates the enlargement of the ventricle. Enlargement of T wave or enlargement of the ST segment indicates that there is a heart attack. ST depression, or if there is a depression in the T wave, this indicates less oxygen supply to the heart. If there is an elevation in the T wave, this indicates the disease hyperkalemia. What do you mean by hyperkalemia? There is high potassium level in the blood serum. So these are all the abnormalities based on the ECG, and we can diagnose and we can give treatment accordingly to the patients. Finally, now I will say you the steps of ECG interpretation. If you see the ECG strip, how will you interpret the ECG? First stage. First you identify and examine the P wave. the P wave should be less than 2.5 mm. Second, you measure the PR interval, the distance between the P and R wave. The time taken should be between 0.12 to 0.20 second. And then you measure the QRS complex. It should be between 0.06 to 0.12 second. Then identify the rhythm. So what do you mean by rhythm? The distances between the QRS complexes are called as the rhythm. So how will you differentiate the regular and irregular rhythm? If the distance between the QRS complexes are the same, the rhythm is regular. If the distances vary between the QRS complexes, that is, the rhythm is irregular. And then you determine the heartbeat. And finally, you interpret the strip. So these are the 6 steps to interpret the ECG. So with this, we come to a conclusion on the topic on ECG. Once again, I tell you guys, this topic is very important for the NEET point of view. At least one question will come in these areas. So kindly guys, you subscribe this channel and click the like button also. We will continue the circulatory system in the next forthcoming videos. I will meet you in the next video with another important topic, cardiac cycle. Till then, goodbye. Thank you very much.